Motorsport Radio.
Right now on Motorsport Radio, I'm pleased to welcome onto the show a driver that has been racing this year in the National Formula Ford 1600 Championship, amongst other things, and is about to take on the Mazda Road to Indy Shootout over in America. Please welcome Michael Eastwell. Hello, Mike.
Hello, thank you. Thanks for the very warm welcome and great introduction.
Yeah, well, welcome to Motorsport Radio. You're making your Motorsport Radio debut right now, and I just thought we'd get you on because you're about to, like I said, embark on something quite incredible over in the States, and just tell us more about what it is for those who don't actually know about the shootout.
Yeah, so basically, I've won a ticket to basically 20 drivers around the world, 20 champions. Win a ticket across to Phoenix, Arizona, and this December, 7th to the 9th December, for this chance to win $200,000 towards the USF 2000 season in 2019. So, I'm blessed with an awesome opportunity, and I'm spending the next couple of weeks making sure that I'm well prepped for it. So, I'm just extremely thankful for this chance, and I'm very excited for it.
And you're actually, you said you're taking extra time to make sure you're well prepped for it, and already weeks before the actual event is taking place, you're already out in America prepping for the actual shootout itself. Yeah,
it's not. They're looking for a rounded driver, and that's not just ability on the track; it's also off the track. So it's making sure that I'm well presented. If I get posed with certain questions, I can answer them in an efficient and well-based manner. It really is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm looking to make full use of that. So, as I say, 20 champions from around the world, and I think there's some extremely talented people in there, and I count myself as one of those people. So, there's no knowing what the next couple of weeks holds and who will take that ticket away. But I just want to give it everything, and hopefully we come out on top. But who knows?
Well, fingers crossed, and we will certainly track your progress and maybe catch up with you after you've won it, the whole thing. So that would be cool. But for those who don't know much about you, Michael, tell us then, as I mentioned briefly, you've been racing this year in mostly the National Formula Ford 1600 Championship, which this year has been live on online and TV coverage as part of the TCR UK package, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's actually, the live coverage this year has been phenomenal, and it's been really well received. It's just another good way of, reaching a further audience. Facebook Live and that is just fantastic these days. And the USF 2000 series runs a fantastic package for that. But no, I've had a great year. We've been mainly focused on campaigning the 2018 British National Championship. We ended up coming second in that to Niall Murray. But it's been a fiercely contested championship this year, and to come best of the rest this year was not too bad. I was happy with that. In my second season in cars, so I'm not too disappointed. I've had a lot of highs this year. So.
Yeah, and to come second to Niall Murray, and those people who know club racing and Niall Murray's achievements would probably say to beat a massive full grid of Formula Ford 1600 racers who are vastly more experienced than you, and to come second to them and only second to Niall Murray, that's a fantastic achievement. And to get yourself in the Mazda Road to Indy Shootout itself, great.
Thank you. No, Niall's extremely talented, and he's been unrivaled in a Formula Ford car, I think, pretty much since he started. And no, credit to him. He's just driven fantastically all year, and he really deserved to win the championship. It was nice. It was nice, actually. Obviously, the Triple Crown and the Tourist Trophy is run alongside the British Nationals. It's like a mini championship, if you like. So we picked up the tourist trophy, which was from Knockhill, Kirkestown, and Croft. So that was a nice consolation. But no, Niall's just done a stellar job all year, and no, he really deserved the championship. But the champion of brands, obviously, that's been another big focus of this season, and we contested all 6 rounds.
And that's in the James Beckett's his series, isn't it?
Yeah, James runs the series, runs a great series, and yeah, as I say, we contested all six rounds this year. The first 2 were a little unfortunate. I put it on pole for the first race of the season, led 2/3 of the race, and then got boxed in by some back markers. So that was a bit frustrating. And then the second race had contact with another car. So the first 2 rounds didn't go fantastic. But then the latter 4, we ended up, I think actually for the last 4, we had both the pole positions, and then we won all 4 races, and I think we had all 4 fastest laps. I mean, it was actually a really dominant performance from the team and myself. So yeah, no, really good way to end the year and the series. And obviously, just so thankful to James Beckett and MSVR for this amazing opportunity that lies ahead of me out in America.
Yeah, as we said, we'll certainly keep up to date with how well you do over there, and even catch up with you when you win it. No pressure. But for those who, like I said, don't know that much about you, Mike, tell us how you got started in racing, where you came from. I presume you did karting at some point, and how did you get into that? How did it all come about, and where did the motivation come from?
I would have started if I'd had the chance. I probably would have started about midway through 2008. So I initially got into it because I watched my first F1 race where Lewis Hamilton won in a very wet Silverstone race in July. And I just started to get interested in it around then, and I instantly wanted to start karting. And my dad was very reluctant on it. I think, looking back, a lot younger, there was things at the time where I'd be like, I'd really want to play the guitar, and he'd help me get guitar lessons or whatever. I wasn't instantly good at it, and I lost interest in it very quickly. And so he was a bit reluctant about it. And eventually, after a year of saying, please, this is something I want to do, he gave in, and we started karting. But it came with a very strict agreement, which was it would be 10 races at the local track, which was 30 minutes down the road. Not even the practice day beforehand, just the 10 races. And that agreement very quickly changed from to sort of once a month, to then twice a month, to then 3 times a month, and then doing 2 years of the British National Championship. And then
is this when you found out you were actually interested in it and pretty decent?
Well, exactly. I've been very good at perseverance in things that I'm good at. In things I'm not so good at, I tend to put to one side, and I pick up on my strength straight away. If I'm good at something, I'll give it absolutely 110%. So racing was something that I was good at straight away, and hence very much enjoyed it, and here I am today. But it got out of hand from this 10 races a year to where I am today. But I just, I've come a long way in what's really nearly 10 years, and I'm very grateful for where I am today. I didn't think I'd ever be doing cars. I didn't ever think I'd be doing more than club kart racing. So I was elated when I was in the British Nationals, and then I fell in with a team where I was helping develop and design a chassis. And that brought me over to America in 2016, where I met a great group of, they're kind of like my family now at Apex Kart Sports, George and Alex Varillas, and Lenny Tomanas. And I won the F Series championship over here, which basically is the east side of the state. So it consists from sort of North Carolina, which is like GoPro Motorplex, up to sort of Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh International Raceway. So I won that championship in 2016, and at the end of 2016, I sort of felt like, well, I've come a long way from some sort of an agreement with my dad where I would be just club racing. Could we go that extra step and actually, get started into cars? It'd always been a dream of mine, but it was never possible before. So I did my first car race in 2016, in November 2016 at the Walter Hayes Trophy. So it was sort of a baptism of fire. It was, the largest Formula Ford race in the world. Yeah,
the most famous as well.
Yeah, again, James Beckett runs just an amazing event there, and I was, I completed an event. I did well. I was placed inside about the top 30, I think, that weekend, and then it all sort of went downhill later in the weekend, and I got knocked out of the last chance race, and I had such a good time that weekend, and coming into 2017, I had not really the best of ideas where to go, and I spoke to some friends, friend Jim Robertson, and he put me in touch with some people like Pat Blakeney, and Pat suggested that I go and have a chat with Kevin Mills. So that's kind of how me and Kevin fell in. Formula Ford, I'd had such a great, I could see, even within having only a few days in the car at the end of the Walter Hayes, how much I'd learned and what such a great class it was. So I was looking to Formula Ford to sort of hone some skills, if you like. And 2017 was a huge learning curve for me. By the end of the year, we were on the podium. But at the beginning of the year, I think, I was naive at the beginning of the year. I think I came in and I expected great things instantly. And a lot of people don't appreciate Formula Ford, although it's not one of the most prestigious classes in racing. It is probably about the best class for, learning your skills, car control, mechanical grip. So I've learned a huge amount over the last couple of years. And yeah, I again, end of 2017, I'd seen how valuable it'd been to me, how much I'd come on during the year. And, the Kevin Mills racing team, Kevin, he runs a great outfit. And, it definitely made sense to do a second season. And, I'm so thankful I've done that. I've had a fantastic year. We've had 10 wins this year and something like 29 podiums, and finished second in the British Nationals.
That's a pretty good year.
Yeah, it's a really good year. So I'm very grateful to Kevin and the team.
Yeah, it sounds like, and you said earlier that it is only your second full season in car racing completely.
Yeah, as I say, I think for the results that I've had in 2 years, I'm extremely happy with them. In this year as well, it's been a very hotly contested championship. You got people like Joey Foster that come back to have a go at the championship, and actually beating Joey in the championship. Someone who I've got a ton of respect for. He's such a great guy and driver. There's some really good names in the championship this year.
It was a classic year, really, in many respects.
Yeah, definitely. In all honesty, if I wasn't 22 years of age and still holding on to a dream to try and make a career in this, I would probably do another year of Formula Ford. I know I could learn more, and I know I could be a better driver for doing another year in it. But it's all part of the learning and the progression. At 22 years, as I say, I'm still chasing a dream. I've got to make the move now. I'm at a good level. I really believe, I've learned a great amount in the last couple of years, and it's, I'm sure anyone in motorsport will understand that even at F1, you're learning all the time. You're always learning whilst you're out in the car. So, I will continue to grow and get quicker and quicker as a driver. Right now, I feel that we've got some really great speed, but yeah, inevitably, we'll definitely pick up some more speed along the way.
It certainly sounds like you have a long-term plan anyway, mentioning that you wanted to obviously be a professional racing driver, as is the dream of many young people your age, Mike. So presumably that to make it professional, it would probably have to do with racing in the States, which might explain kind of why you're spending so much time there. Is that right?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I've got an extremely good base here with really good family and friends, and I not only do I love it out here, but I really do believe that if this is going to work for me, then here is the place that is going to happen. So I'm here to give it absolutely everything and try and make my dream come true. So the ultimate goal is obviously IndyCar. I'm going down that route, the Mazda Road to Indy, and there's, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of good drivers going into this competition, but I'm here a few weeks early. I'm talking to the necessary people and whatnot to make sure that I'm well prepared, and at least I can, whatever happens in the shootout, I can say I gave it absolutely everything.
Exactly, yeah, is what it's all about. And ultimately, you have that stage, you have that platform just by being in the shootout as well, because it is a platform that's looked upon from the rest of the world, even though it takes place in America and it's run by Americans. It is very much noticed and paid attention to, like I say, in many other countries, and many people will see who does well in the shootout. So
yeah, I mean, it's amazing actually, the response that I've had already, not just from friends and family, but from people that I don't necessarily know since I've won this ticket to it, and from all walks of the world. So the support's been fantastic since we won, and I've come a long way. I'm here to do myself and my family and friends proud. I'm here to give it everything and try and make this come true. So hey, let's hope. I don't know. There's a real intense couple of weeks coming up, but I'm sort of reveling that I enjoy it. That's why I'm here at the end of the day. So.
Well, that's good to know that you're looking forward to the immense pressure that's ahead of you. But I mean, let's skip ahead a few months into 2019, then the early season, and regardless of whatever happens, you're still going to need a budget to go racing in 2019, whether that is in the States or maybe back here in the UK. Do you have that budget at the moment?
So we have the current stage where we're at the moment is we have some backing, but really not enough. I'm still looking for help from sponsors or anyone that's out there right now that is looking for someone that's absolutely driven to reach IndyCar and the top of racing in America. Then please get in contact. That's all I can say. I'm talking to a load of people while I'm out here, different companies, different friends, and different connections. But I'm here to put myself out as someone that is looking to represent brands and hopefully do a very good job of it. So if people are interested, then please send me a message. That'd be much appreciated.
Yeah. That is literally how you can get in touch. But for those who potentially just watching this or listening to this for the first time, and maybe you are in a position to help our Mike fulfill his dreams, and maybe if you want to align your brand with a fast, successful racing driver who's going places, literally, then Mike, how can people exactly get in touch with you? I know you're quite hot on the social media, but is that the best place to get in touch with you?
I certainly try to be hot on social media. It's such a big part of today now. So yeah, I mean, have a website which is literally michaeleastwell.com or .co.uk. But there's also Facebook, there's Twitter, there's Instagram. Please feel free to drop me a line on any of those. And I won't give my phone number out over this over this interview, but I'm always ready to pick up the phone and speak to just absolutely anyone. More than happy to get in the car, get on a plane or anything, and go and meet anyone, even if it's just for a talk or any possible outcome. I'm willing to put myself out there. So here I am. If you're interested, please pick up your phone, send me a message. It'd be great to chat.
You don't get many more committed than that, really. I suppose if you're doing everything already, and you've got the speed to match you can walk the walk, having talk the talk, and having finished second in the National Formula Ford 1600 Championship in only your second full season, really, in car racing. I think you can probably approach sponsors and say, I did this in my second season, and I'm in the shootout now. Just saying.
Well, thank you. I really hope so. As I mentioned before, the shootout is it's more than just being quick in the car. So I really hope I'm looking to tick absolutely all the boxes that the judges are looking to be ticked. So
what exactly do they? Because they don't just judge it on lap times, do they? Is it what criteria exactly are they looking for in that Road to Indy shootout, or do they just judge it on lap times? I don't know.
No, and they make that clear in the brief. Actually, I think they're really looking for someone that is, at the end of the day, they're looking for someone to represent Mazda, Cooper tires, and the series, and to go all the way to IndyCar. So
the full package.
The full package. It is absolutely the full package. I think, especially in America, it's crucial that you're liked. You're a likable character. Hopefully, I am a likable character. It's you don't get anywhere by being just quick. It certainly helps, let's put it that way, but it's very much you need to be the full package. So as I say, I mean, I believe that I can certainly tick all the boxes, and again, that's why I'm here, and I'm preparing hard for the shootout in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I do certainly know what you mean, and in some ways, it is a bit of a shame. You don't have to answer this, but I'm just speaking out loud. It is a bit of a shame that it isn't all just down to raw speed and talent, as nice as that is to be a successful racing driver. That you do have to be good at schmoozing sponsors and potential sponsors and clients and keep up to date with them, and a lot of it is all about that, and being present on social media and putting your own brand out there as well as those of your partners and clients. In an ideal world, it would all be about, well, who's the quickest? You. Okay, we'll pick you then, for example. But yeah, that's just my own thought. Anyway, you don't have to respond to that if you don't want to.
No, I totally agree with that. I mean, as you say, I mean, speed is a huge part of it, and I really believe that I'll be there on speed anyway. But it's all very well and good being just quick, but then if you can't communicate and you can't be a good brand representative, at the end of the day, if you can't get any backing towards your next season, you can be the quickest driver out there, but then with no backing, you're not going anywhere. So that's why it's so crucial that you really, you are the full package and not just the guy who's at the top of the timesheets.
Well, Michael, we wish you all the very best of luck in the Mazda Road to Indy Shootouts of 2018, and whatever else happens in the coming months after then as well for the following season. We'll try to keep up to date with how well you do. And as we speak as well, I think the Mazda Road to Indy Shootout takes place on the same weekend as the final of the Motorsport Awards as well, which Michael Lee's also mentioned in. So check the Motorsport Awards website out, which is motorsportawards.com. Thank you very much, Michael, for coming on Motorsport Radio today.
My say thank you very much for actually the nomination and that, because to receive I believe it's Star of the Future, I think it is in cars.
Yeah.
To be a nominee for that is really amazing. So thank you very much, and I'd just like to say once again a huge thank you to all my friends and family for the massive support, the Kevin Mills Racing team for an amazing 2018 season, Mazda Road to Indy, Cooper Tires, James Beckett, MSVR, everyone for this amazing opportunity. I really hope to do you all proud. So thank you very much for the interview, and it's really, really appreciated.
Fantastic stuff. I suppose all we can really say is good luck. I'm pretty certain we will see you again, even if you don't take that top spot in the shootout. We will definitely see you in the coming years. I am quite sure of that. Michael, thank you very much for spending only a few minutes out of your day as you sit there in a freezing cold Boston. Thank you very much for joining us on Motorsport Radio.
And thank you.
Cars, bikes, drivers and riders. Hear them all here. This is Motorsport Radio.